Hormaz is joining in with some interesting data on yesterday's big movers. Hormaz.
Good morning, Surabhi. And Saregama is the first one in the list today. The stock was up over 5% in yesterday's trade. The third straight day of gains for the stock is the biggest single day gain that the stock had seen since February of this year. The volumes on Thursday were the highest since January of this year. So significant volumes as well. Over 90 lakh shares were traded compared to a 20-day average of around 4 lakh shares. And out of those 90 lakh shares, close to 30 lakh shares were marked for delivery compared to a 20-day average of just around 2.5 lakh shares. The stock, well, it's down almost 35% from its 52-week high levels. So seeing some buying interest coming in at lower levels. Ashok Leyland, we spoke about it in closing yesterday, and I just spoke about it in the F&O bit as well. Third straight day of gains here as well. The stock is at a 52-week high. The volumes were the highest since July of last year, and 9 crore shares were traded on Ashok Leyland yesterday. The 20-day average is 1.5 crore, and out of those 9 crore shares, close to 3 crore were marked for delivery, and the 20-day average was around 70 lakh shares. The delivery volumes yesterday were the highest in the last 4 months for Ashok Leyland, and the stock at around 45% higher this year is set for its best calendar year performance since 2017. Gillette, some buying seen in that stock as well. The stock ended off the lows of the day, off the highs of the day, but still ended around 3.5%, 4% higher. It was only the 18th instance in the last one full year, which is around 250 sessions, that over 1 lakh shares were traded on the stock yesterday, and Thursday's volumes were the highest since May, close to 3.5 lakh shares traded. The 20-day average is only close to 40,000 shares, and out of those 3.5 lakh shares, only 37,000 were marked for delivery. The 20-day average here is only 17,500, and the stock, this one too, is down over 25% from its 52-week high levels. And lastly, the new listing, Prostarm Infosystems, the stock, it was the third best day since its listing, listed only in June of this year, and over 2 crore shares traded. 20 lakh shares were marked for delivery. The turnover was close to 400 crore yesterday, which was well above its free float market cap, which is close to 250 crore. And the stock is up over 70% from its IPO price, which was around 105 rupees. Also remains in focus because a big lock-in ends in the month of December.
Okay. All right. Interesting as always. Hormaz, thanks very much. We'll keep these stocks on our radar as well. Let's go back.